Hello and welcome, everyone, and to those on YouTube also. Hi. So as you know, I think this is the last class until January because I'm going to be taking a month off. Um, so um, uh, I have a tradition of asking people, since this is the last class, if there's, for a while, if there's something you would really like to go over. Um, and if not, that's fine, because um, we have an agenda here too. Okay, nobody's jumping up and down. Okay, all right, okay, that's fine.
I
Um,
have just real quick. It's maybe not fair because I'm kind of new to the party, but what might be a good, the 15-minute morning if you were to choose like 15 minutes of qigong, and you might have covered this already, or you might make another suggestion, but that would be something I'm trying to pick out of the different practices I've been introduced to.
oh,
Like,
okay, yeah, it's a great question, and I don't know the answer for you, um, but um, I can say that if you have a sitting meditation practice that's regular, which it looks like you do, um, doing some movement or standing postures before sitting is a lot of people find that useful, um, to sort of stretch your body out, stretch your muscles out, um, and to get your blood flowing, get your heart rate up a little bit, and for lack of a better word, tire yourself out just a little bit, so that when you sit, it's easier to sit. So um, that's kind of the core of the breathing or qigong, is formulated as a support for meditation, for sitting meditation practice. Okay. Beyond that, daily practice, yeah, a little bit. It can be 10 minutes. It can be, um, you can run a whole video and do it all, do a whole hour if you want to. But one of my teachers, Master Lee, said that after a while, 80% of your Qigong is done without movement. So, and so that means that some percentage of it, even if you haven't practiced too long, will be done without movement. And we'll do some of that today. And we do some of that every time with sitting meditation Qigong, where you just use the mind to direct the attention, um, as if you were moving. So that's my little 2 bits for that. But beyond that, have fun figuring it out. um, one of the important aspects of my teacher Tricia Yu, of her teaching of Qigong, was the Taoist teaching of the three consciousnesses, or three levels. So this is just very simply, it's earth and heaven. That's what they call it, earth and heaven and human. And so the human is the interplay of materiality, the world of form, and then the world of formlessness. It's the way the Buddhists probably would say that. So these are actually three vertical levels in the body. So the lower dantian and the legs and so on correspond to earth, and then the torso um, corresponds to human, and then the brain and the head and the crown of the head corresponds to heaven. So that's sort of how they broke it down. Now, the way Tricia taught it didn't refer to any kind of religious practice. She taught it as rooting, 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 centering, and opening.
nice.
Okay, so that's how she translated that language. The same thing, but it still occupies the same vertical altitude in the body. Okay, so centering is from the heart area, and rooting is from the belly and downwards, and then opening is above or above. So last time, if you were here last time, we focused on rooting. And this time, since it's our last time for a while, we'll focus on rooting, and then we'll move to centering, and then we'll move to opening. So we'll do earth, human, heaven. Okay. So and this is directly translatable into sitting meditation. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And let me change the view here for the YouTube folks. And so, as I mentioned last time and many times, we always begin, no matter what our intention is for the practice, we begin with rooting. And this is really one of the reasons that the most Qigong is done with the feet flat on the floor, or at least 1 foot flat on the floor. So our intention at the beginning of this class and every class is to drop our attention from up in the head, which is usually where we carry it. And the reason for that is it's not just because we're neurotic, it's because that's where our eyes and ears and nose and mouth are. So it makes sense. But we do tend to think a lot. And that is brain activity. So this is a warm-up where you turn and sink. So you're bending the weighted knee. And what Tricia would say is you're corkscrewing down into the earth. So you can feel that, you can visualize that. And there's a twisting movement that goes down. And different teachers, some talk about having as if you had very long burdock roots going down from your bottoms of your feet. Burdock has really long roots. Or that roots, you have roots like a tree that go down into the earth. Or that the whole body is the top of a mountain that extends deep into the earth. Whatever works for you. Imagination is a significant part of Qigong, or visualization. But the most important is feeling. Okay. Now, the correlates for this here in Breathing Earth Qigong are body, breath, and mind. So body is the heavy material. Okay. And breath is the relational. And then mind is the boundless. So we want to bring these into harmony. So we'll drop into standing mountain, where the arms are a little stiff and pointing down, or standing one position. So that's body, and this posture, the body and mind. The body is standing in a certain way. And we focus on the out breath. We elongate it a little, and the out breath goes down. So our attention, as we look inward, our attention goes down the body, and then down beyond the body, down into into the earth, where we imagine and feel what would it feel like if we had roots like a tree? What would that feel like? Okay. So the body's in the posture. We're aware of the breath. We're actually elongating the breath a little. And we're using the mind for this visualization and extension of the feeling. So they're coming into harmony, balance. Okay, and so you can feel the pressure on the bottoms of the feet. That's the weight. Feel sensations on the skin and internally. Feel the warmth of the body. And then you can feel the movement of the breath, the movement of the body with the breath. Okay, elongate the out breath. And then you can just let the breath be normal. Okay, another way to engage the mind is just to smile a little bit and just maintain the smile. Yeah, you feel how that affects the mood? Okay, body, breath, and mind. Rooting, centering, and opening. Earth, human, heaven. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Um, let's go ahead and reinforce that rooting part before we move on. And a good one for this is doing the backwash. So bringing the attention to the top of the head and then down the spine. And bend your knees and actually touch the ground. Okay, very good. Let's come back up. Okay, good. And then just before the head comes up, we start with the hands. And we're pointing inward. This is an inner view. Okay, up, 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 up. Okay, up into boundlessness. Extend, just like you do with the roots in the ground, extend up. Okay, and come around. One, in breath. Two, three. Good. And touch into standing mountain again, or standing one, just for a breath. Okay, and then with the exhale, then we'll do a second one. Okay, come back up. Okay, feel where you're pointing. Feel inside the body. Okay, up, 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 and then extend way, way up. This could be like branches. Way, way up. Good. And now out and all around. This is centering. Out and all around. Good. And then rooting. Okay, again, in breath. Okay, this goes all around, front and back. Good. Two, one more. Way, way, way up, look up, way up, and out, and down. Okay, pause a second and get grounded again. Okay, and last one. Okay, let's go back up. The eyes follow the hands. Way up, out, all around. Good. Okay, very heavy. Next in breath, start up. Okay, and last one. Okay, very good. And now we can move our attention down, way down into the ground. Okay, or we can move it up into the torso and feel the breath. Stand out all around. Or we can move our attention up into the brain, into the crown of the head, and way up and out. Can even take that perspective from way up and look down at the body. Or come back down into the heart and come up again. You can feel maybe the body stretch. Can get very, very long. Okay. Okay, good. Very good. All right, go ahead and break your stance. Loosen up a little. So let's focus now on the centering part. So centering, we can do the heart opening. Centering is the first part, and the second part is radiating or expressing. Okay, so this is like the breath. So centering is like the in breath. We sort of consolidate our attention into the torso, and then radiating is like the out breath, goes out in all directions. Okay, so sit down a little. With the breath. Don't worry if it's an in breath or an out breath. Just move with the breath. Okay, let's do two more. Okay, let's hold this open Now, in the same way we envision and feel the roots, and we envision and feel the branches going up, we envision and feel out in all directions. So this is connection to all that is. So from the fingertips out in all directions. And the Buddhists call this the net of Indra. So we're connecting through this network to all beings. It's the out breath. And now we bring this in. So we're bringing the outside in. Okay. This is the in breath. Okay, out breath. In breath. Okay, very good. So that's the centering. Okay, let's hold at this position, so embracing the heart. And we can contemplate that with breathing, we're breathing, of course, with the trees, with the plants, we're breathing in the oxygen and they're breathing in the CO2. So there is this give and take at the level of the breath. Okay, and in this posture too, so we're embracing the heart, which is the connection to the people, the beings in our lives. It's at this level, connection. So if you wish to bring someone into your consciousness, the practice would be to bring them into the heart area. Okay. Okay, very good. Now the standing posture, that would be like standing mountain or standing one. So just extend the hands out. And the way that this was taught to me is that the elbows are down, they're relaxed, they're down like this, as if they're resting on a counter. And this is the full moon here that we're describing. And then this is the crescent moon. So, and this is called embracing the tree. You can sort of loosen your shoulders so they don't get too tight when you do this. Okay, so we're doing a centering practice. So let's just, for a moment, just drop the attention down into rooting. So be sure that's there. And then come up to the torso, to the heart area. And the breath. And check that your muscles are relaxed, that you're not tensing up. And you can sit down a little if you want to make this a more aerobic. If you want to exercise the thighs a little, you sit down a little bit, or not. Okay, so in this posture, we're balancing left and right. And then there's a connection between the hands and the heart. They're at the level of the heart. And it's fine to touch into all the earth elements, feeling the body. And then feeling the breath. If your practice is, say, is metta meditation, which is very relational, you might want to do this before the sitting practice. This is embracing the heart, the personal heart, and also what they would say is the heart of the universe. Embracing the heart of the universe. Okay, a couple more breaths. Okay, now let's go into flying cranes. And this is a centering and radiating practice. So internal and external is connecting with all that is, coming into the center. Okay, we're not separate. And now we're focused in the body. Moving with the breath. Okay, good. Let's do a few more. Reduce the movement. Touch into the rooting. Very good. Okay, and now wave hands through clouds. So again, the hands are connected. The cloud image is it's not Earth. It's going up. So we're waving hands through clouds. That means we're sort of entering a little more refined um, practice of qi. It's lighter. So you feel how light this movement is. And again, this is mostly about centering. And then if you sort of let go, you can let the arm movements get a little bigger. Okay. And so this has a lot to do with the space around the body. This is just, it's going beyond just the physical form. Okay. Good. Very good. Okay. Now, every time these hands come up the center line of the body, they're reminding us about the three dantians. So point to the ground, point up. Okay. Good. Very good. Okay, let's reduce the movements. And then just come to a stop. One hand opposite the heart, the other opposite the lower dantian. Okay, so flip the hand. So this is balancing heaven and earth. So same movement. So the palm and the upper hand is connecting and receiving up, and the lower hand is going down. So as we turn, and then they switch. Okay, and so this is not an interior practice. This is not a Qigong. This is a practice of the environment, of balancing the environment. Okay, again, you can make this bigger. And this is all about the space around the body. Okay, let's reduce the movement. Okay, and the posture, one of the postures for centering is this. So as the body expands with the in-breath, let the hands move away a little bit. And then as it relaxes, let the hands move back a little. Okay, very good. And feel and imagine that vertical column comes up from the earth through the body. Hands are resting on it, through the body, up way beyond the body, up into the universe. This is what they call the central channel. It's vertical. It's the vertical posture. Okay, and we can send our attention down that tube, down that channel, into the roots, into the earth. Feel that, and then we can bring our attention up into the body, the belly, inside the chest. Feel that, up the throat, up through the brain, up out the top of the head, up into the universe. Feel that. All right, and then take the view from up, way up there, and looking down through this tube, goes down through the body, down into the earth. So you can, wherever you cast your eyes, that's where your attention will go. So if you're looking down, it'll go down. If you're looking sort of straight ahead, it'll go in the middle. And if you're looking up, it'll go up. It's not necessary to move the eyes, but it can be helpful. Okay, very good, very good. Let's now include front and back. So we're still working with the center, with the torso, and starting with the hands here. And we'll turn to one side and drop the arm. Turn and drop, and bend the knees. So this is including the area behind us. And by extension, all around us. Okay, very good. Let's do one more on each side. Okay, and then come back to the dantians. Okay, and another centering or touching heaven, touching earth. So there are three positions in this one. And then one hand goes up, the other goes down, and the palms are as if resting on a pane of glass, and stretch up a little and stretch down a little. So extend the upper arm way, way up into beyond the clouds. Extend the lower arm way, way, way down into the earth. Okay. And then come back to center. And now here we're extending from the heart through the arms and hands out in all directions. All directions. Connecting to all that is, and then bringing that in. Now we'll do the other hands. Extend. Okay, and come back. Out. Okay. So with your breath, probably a couple of breaths, and hold in any of these three, just hold any of them that you want to, as long as you want. Okay, very good. Let's do a couple more. Okay, very good. And then back to okay. So standing mountain is also called the earth cone. Again, I think this is Tricia. So it's as if there's a cone. Okay, the top of the head's the top of the cone, or a little above the head, and this is the sides of the cone. So that's the earth cone, standing mountain. All right. So let's dip the knees and bring the hands up. And then this is the sky cone. It's just the inverse. And so just as we were sending our attention down with the earth cone, now we're sending it up. So like a funnel. Okay. And so this is, and now the movement for this is turning, sinking, and extending. Okay. One more on each side. Okay, and back. Okay, and then back to dantians. And back to standing one. So this is standing one because it's one of 5 postures. So that's 1. So dipping the knees, this is 2. Okay. So 3, dipping the knees again. This is window to the moon. It's at the 3rd eye area. And then dipping the knees again. The 4th one is window to the stars. And that's where it's above the crown of the head. Right? Your fingers aren't touching. You're just sort of forming this triangle with the palms facing up at the crown of the head. This is position 4. Okay, and now what we're doing with this is we're breathing in the light of the universe into the palms of the hands and into the crown of the head. And with the out breath, it's moving down, filling the body. Breathing in, light of the universe, breathing out, moving down, filling every cell in the body. And your shoulders will get a little stiff, but just keep with the practice. Feel it moving down the body, filling every cell. Very good. And when it gets down, all the way down to the feet, keep going. And it goes down into the earth. So there's this whole conduit of light of the universe down into the earth. So the eyes are looking up. They can be closed or partly closed, but they're sort of looking up. Let's take a few more breaths. Okay, and then come down like tree in spring. Oh, just so you know, um, position number 5 is the you just bend the wrists a little bit. Okay, and so as you stand, you can use your attention to scan these different levels, so scan down into the body and down to the earth. You can move your attention up into the torso, the breath, and so on, and up into the head, out the crown of the head, up into the universe. So we can move our attention anywhere on this continuum. Okay, good. Let's bring this back into the body. Okay, and when you're ready, let's pull up our stool. And just be easy, be loose. Loosen up the body a little. And come into your new position. Okay, so that the body is here. You can feel it. And then we mix the consciousness with the body, so that's posture, and we hold the body in a certain way. And we feel the breath. Okay, and so as we're seated, bring to mind this this continuum, this tube or cylinder of consciousness from the center of the earth, or from the earth, all the way through, right through the body, including the whole body, and up out the top of the head and up into boundlessness. And just let it be there. Let's drop the attention now to the heart area. Okay, with the next out breath, make it a strong out breath. We're going to move the attention quickly from the heart right up through the body, out the top of the head. So strong out breath. Okay, we're way up. And now from this vantage point, we can look all the way down this tube. Okay, goes all the way through the body, down into the earth. It's living. And look all the way through it. And when this is clear, no obstructions, it's a direct connection to our wisdom mind, or our Buddha nature. And so the qualities of this, from this point of view, the qualities are loving kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity, generosity, love, wisdom, and so on. Those are the qualities of this view. Okay. And then now moving down to the heart area, just drop into the heart area. Okay, and the qualities of this view are um, connection, relationships, all the emotions, connection to all that is, one with all that is. Okay, very good. Okay, so take an in breath and dropping down with the next out breath, dropping down through the abdomen and the lower body and the earth. And the qualities here are stability, connection to the ancestors, connection to the elements, our sense of boundaries, our survival energy, immune system, and so on. Okay, so if we drop down sort of into the roots, so those go out, and even farther down into the earth itself. Okay, so that's in our consciousness, coming up into the torso, our connection to all beings. And then up into the cosmos. And so our connection to boundless mind, boundlessness, oneness, wisdom, and compassion. So, and we can monitor where we are at any given moment. Um, are we in need of more rootedness? Are we being carried away by thoughts, for instance? Are we in need of more connection? Are we feeling alone? Is there something we can do or connect with people? Are we too rooted in our habitual lives, bounded by our material concerns, and in need of this expanded consciousness? And just to bring them into balance. They're all of equal value. And when these three, body, breath, and mind, when these are all present and equal, then this greater awareness, presence, then appears. Okay, very good. Let's take a few more breaths. And then just slowly begin, move your fingers and toes and so on. And then just loosen up your body. Okay, and clap our hands one time. 1, 2, 3. And massage your face, your eyes, your temples, jawbone, scalp, ears. Okay, make soft fists, tap the kidneys. Massage the kidneys. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your presence and for your practice. It means a lot to me that you joined. And we'll return together in early January. Refer to my email. I think it's the 10th. Not positive about that. It's the second Wednesday in January. And if you'd like to stay and converse, that's fine. And if you would like to slip away, and that's fine too. Okay.